share my screen and then we'll go over to here. All right, can everybody see that screen there if I get it out of the way?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Well, welcome to the Nature Center Task Force. Today is September 17th, 2020, and I'm going to scroll through the agenda for tonight. We plan on going about 2 hours, and what we will do is we will do introductions of all of the members. So not only do you get a sense for who you're with and who you're working with, but also get a sense for what we are going after together jointly. We will ask our 3 staff members, Councilmember Juniman, City Manager Melinda Coleman, and Parks and Rec Manager Audra Robbins to just do a share, a little welcome and introduction as well. We'll review some of the background information. Why was this task force created? What has the council asked this group to do? Then we will also review some background information around the budget impacts for the city and for the Nature Center specifically. So we'll do some background information. And then at the end of the day, I'm sorry, I'll turn off my notifications. We'll have a broad discussion of the information. Then we'll talk about what the next meeting topic and agenda will be. And then we will end the meeting with a little bit of wrap up. And so that's going to be the flow of this meeting. I realize this is the first of potentially 5 or 6 different meetings. And so this one will feel introductory and long as we do introductions. And so the more we know each other, the less we'll share about each other, and we'll get right into the content right away. But I think it's important early on that we have this conversation broadly. And so what we will do is I'm going to unshare my screen, and I'm going to ask Councilmember Kathy Juniman if she'd be willing to kind of share some welcoming comments and introductions and talk a little bit about what the City Council was thinking in creating this task force. And then I will ask City Manager Coleman to do kind of a welcome from a city staff perspective, and then offer a chance for Audra Robbins to share sort of her knowledge and responsibility and what that role is with the Nature Center. So Councilmember Juniman, would you share some comments, please?
Thank you, Mike. Hello, everyone. Thank you for volunteering to be on this task force. First of all, let me say that none of us on the council wanted this to happen. If you could have wishes come true, we wouldn't need to have this task force because we wouldn't need to be closing the Nature Center temporarily. Probably no one on the council is more upset than I, however, because as maybe some of you know, I grew up right across the street from what is now the Maplewood Nature Center. It's been a part of my whole life. And I was lucky to be a child that could go down there and make use of that property before it was the Nature Center even, but I know what it holds. But you know, it's a sad sidelight of where we are in the world, that money is an issue for anything and everything. And we did our best for the long haul to keep this going. But the budget this year, as will be shared with you, I believe, by City Manager Coleman, besides what has happened with the pandemic, we've just reached the point where this has to become a sustainable item. We have not closed the Nature Center permanently. That was never our intention, never. And we don't want it to be that way. So our goal here really is to solve the problem of how to reopen it and keep it totally viable and sustainable, hopefully till the end of time. There has to be a better way to finance this so we can keep it open and every user has time there. But part of our problem, as probably some of you know, is that not everyone who uses the Nature Center is from Maplewood. Not that we scan people at the door and say, where are you from? But the point is the staffing and the programs and the very facility itself are used by many, many people. And in order to maintain it at the level it needs to be, we have come to the point where we feel we need to share the responsibility of keeping it open with everyone who uses it. So thus we're looking for a regional approach basically to financing so that the users are helping keep it open. Till this point in time, Maplewood taxpayers have been keeping it there and keeping it open and keeping it staffed. And We have just reached the end of where that's a viable thing to do. So we have a big task, and I hope we get there. This is our whole goal, is reopen it when it's viable health-wise and we can keep it sustainable financially. That is our goal here. We know what a jewel it is. We know what important and wonderful people those naturalists were. This has nothing to do with not appreciating what was there, and everything to do with trying to get it back and keep it going so that money will not become an issue again. That is our goal. So I thank you for your time, and we're looking to pick your brains and hope you have some wonderful ideas. Also about programming down the road. How will we sustain programming? If anybody has questions, feel free to ask me at the end. Thank you.